Hello, one by TubeTalk.
Welcome back, Douglas. What happened last week? No TubeTalk.
Choppers in Fiji.
Who was? The man that edits, does all the magic in it. Took a holiday.
Deserved holiday though.
So, deserved holiday. And just thought the pressure was building up because unbeaten in the bet of the week for the season. I just need to take a breather and
Reflect on that.
before I launch into the rest of the season with it.
For sure, yep.
Foreshore and seabed. Alright. What's been happening, Brozilla?
Last week,
Yeah.
Chinak had a back-to-back win at Doomben.
Very, very good. Won by about 4 lengths. And we say it often, European imports, whatever they do in their first prep is nothing compared to their second prep. Once they're acclimatised, they just fly. And he's gone super. Probably still hasn't got to his best distance yet. He'll go 2400 next weekend, which will suit him even better. And very progressive stayer.
Skyman had a normal second in the Group 2 Runaway Stakes.
Tramway
Stakes.
It's massive, very, very good field. You know what he started at, Doug? You know what his odds were?
13.
More.
17.
Way more.
24.
100 to 1.
100 to 1.
He started at 101 and 26. He opened at 21s and just drifted. And his trials have been excellent. Wide draw, went forward, kicked on the turn, challenged halfway down the straight. The leader kicked away, and then he started to come back on the line. It was an enormous run. He's come back super. So he's now that's topped him. He's now won over New Zealand $1 million. Great horse. He'll be racing in a couple of weeks' time, and could be an Epsom horse.
Logan Street Lion was third last Saturday.
He was, really good run. Such a consistent horse, never out of the top 5. And he'll a couple of options from in a couple of weeks' time, whether we go a mile again or a bit further. But another very good run.
Alabama stormed home for 6th.
Yeah, same race as Logan Street Lion, well short of his best a mile. You know, we're talking he's a mile and a half horse. Flew home. So he goes to the Kingston Town Stakes next over 2,000 metres and then to the Group 1 Metropolitan over 2,400, which he should get into on a very lightweight, and he's a massive. I think he's a really big chance in that. 30th of September, 1st of October, 30th of September.
Okay.
I might go for that. I'm going to go for that. Watch him.
This week, on Saturday at Ruakaka, race 3, Margaret Jean.
Second up, still over a mile, still short of her best. She's a stayer. Nakau Haley riding, claiming 4 kilos, barrier 2. Hopefully she can sort of settle 3rd or 4th and finish off. She's a top 5 chance, but she's not at her best distance yet. You're not going to see the best out of her until she gets to 2,000 metres, but she can run a cheeky race.
At Hawke's Bay, race 6 is quick preview.
Fresh up, over 1,200. It's short of his best, but he should strike a firm track, which he likes. And he does like Hawke's Bay. Awkward draw. Hopefully he just blends in with Sam Spratt in the field, Sam Spratt in the saddle, and just finishes off nicely. Setting him up well for going 1,400 next.
Then race 8, this is dramatic.
Very good for filly. Group 3 winner's a 3-year-old, listed winner's a 2-year-old. She's back. Midfield draw, Sam Spratt in the saddle. She had 2 nice trials. She'll blend in somewhere and wouldn't be surprised to see her go a really, really good race. Definite top 4 chance she'll be over the odds. She's a good horse.
At Roseville, race 6 is a tissue.
Fresh up. The great mare. 1,200 metres, 58 kilos. Well short of her best. She's got the outside barrier. She'll get back and probably be last. But I would expect to see her running home really well. I couldn't believe they've opened her up at $51. It's because of the distance. You know, but she's got class, and while she could get run off her feet, I also think there's just as much chance that she'd be running over the top of them late and running into a nice position somewhere. We'll just be happy as long as she comes back well and it's light hard.
Then at Doomben, race 2.
Mubadas. So he's sort of been on his last chance, last few starts, and 2 starts ago ran second. Last start he was a bit disappointing, and We thought about whether to have one more run or not. We spoke with the stables. He came through the race well. There's a race coming up for him, which is this race. So we decided to press on. He hits a small field, only 7 runners, gets him with 53 kilos. I think we'll ride him a little more conservatively this time. Just let him get back and just relax and hit the line well. And he'll have to perform or he'll be retired. He's just getting to that point, but I'd love to see him perform. There's no reason he can't.
And then race 4, Shipley.
Showing the video here of him last start, we're very unlucky. He was fresh up and he just got a bit far back because the distance was a bit short for him and he hadn't raced for sort of 9 months. And he's just unlucky. He got held up in the straight, held up, out late. If he'd got the all runs he wanted, he probably wins or goes very close. Steps up to a mile. Second up, that distance suits him. Bit of an awkward draw, a bit of a strong field, but he's going really well. He's a definite top 3 chance. He's come back really good.
And then an island at Leopardstown, race 7 is Etna Rosso.
Yeah, the very good Etna Rosso. So he was 4th in the listed race last time. It's a 2,600 metre race and it's a premier handicap. And they have these really rich premier handicaps in Ireland and the UK. So this one's worth €150,000. So not far short of 300,000 Kiwi. Just waiting for the field to be finalised. 2,600 metres really suits him. He's up against the older horses, but he's ready to run really well. And he's a very exciting horse for the future.
And then on Sunday at Sunshine Coast, race 1 is Iberian Ruler.
Fresh up over a mile. First start in Queensland. His trials have been nice enough, but he's been wanting to get out further. The mile suits him first up. Things like his coat just hasn't quite moved, and things just haven't quite like springers in the air. But I think we're going to see a massive improvement from him over his next 2 to 3 starts as he gets up in distance and he starts to get a summer coat and things. So I think he'll get back from his draw. He's got barrier 12 or 12. I think we'll see him running home. And I'm not saying he can't win because he's gone very well before. But I think we'll see him really, really improve through this race.
Then bit of the week, our Hawke's Bay race 9 is Pierre. P-I-E-R, not Pierre.
Yes, not the French waiter.
Not the French waiter, no.
No. So, in the Tarzino Trophy, the first Group 1 in New Zealand for the season, I've picked this horse on his ability and also his odds. Now, he trialled up really, really well before he ran fresh up. And when he ran fresh up, he had a bad barrier draw, barrier 11 over 1200. He got back in the field. It was a soft 7. He kind of never got into the race. Halfway down the straight, looked like he was going to drop out and run last or run about 14th. Even 100 metres to go, looks like he's going to run about 12th, 13th. And then he's ended up running 8th, beating 3.2 lengths. His last 15 metres, he's just started to climb into it. If you watch it, it looks poor at the first look, but the second look, you go, actually, he was just warming up. And then you look at his trial before that and you go, geez, that was a good trial. And on Saturday, he gets barrier 3, where he had barrier 11 last start. Nice barrier. He's probably going to get a good track. That's another big tick. Gets to 1,400 metres, suits him far better than 1,200. All of a sudden, it's actually starting to look like quite a nice race for him. He's a Group 1 winner. And then you see he's paying $15. So Pierre at 15 and 450. Great each way money, I think, for this horse. So he's a bet of the week at very long odds.
That includes TubeTalk.
It does. Thank you, Douglas. We should be back next week.
Bye.
Jack. Further back in the field then is Patsy's Lass from Rock My Heart, then 007 and Super 6. They've claimed the leader at the 300 metres. Margaret Jean for now. Nymph, who's still lifting. Over on the inside, Rising Storm, and behind them 007. Patsy's Lass out wide, then Achieve. Then Rock My Heart at the 100 metres mark. Over on the inside, it's Rising Storm and Warren Kennedy who made the lead. Margaret Jean coming back at it very quickly. Oh, gee, it's close. Margaret Jean's had a very good lunge